What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to be going over stock SNDL. We're going to dive into the charts, check out some levels. Check it out. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. If you count my last video on SNDL, we talked about certain levels. I think those levels have hit already. We're going to go dive into the charts, research a little bit, identify some new levels, see what's going on, look at the volume, just basically do some good technical analysis on the daily chart. Old-fashioned technical analysis. Guys, it works. I mean, watch all my SNDL videos. If you watch all my SNDL videos from start to finish, all right, from like right after that huge move on upward, etc., you'll see the comment section, you'll see people calling me all sorts of names, but guess what? I've been right on SNDL on each video. We'll just leave that there. Now, let's go ahead and jump into this. What we're going to do is we're going to cover those sections there, and I have no position on SNDL, but I can look at the chart from a neutral standpoint, right, with no bullish or bearish bias, because first of all, even if I had a position, I'd still look at it like that because I like to protect my money. And second of all, since I have no position, I can really look at this with zero like emotions, almost like a robot. Right now, the only thing I ask is that you smash the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And lastly, if you enjoy these type of videos, like I've said, check out my Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description section below. You're gonna get extra access to like my Discord. You'll get Patreon only access, and it'll really help me out once I get to 100 Patreons to continue making these types of videos where I can dive a little bit deeper into most of these stocks and dedicate more time to these. These videos are a little bit more time intensive. So if you feel so inclined, check that out. All right, remember to smash the like button. One last little plug on that one, and let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Now, here is your SNDL daily. Now remember, we've been covering SNDL since this day. And I had friends, and I know at least one of them still has a bag probably on SNDL. And I told them, you know, guys, you're in this thing, you're up huge profit, take profits, because I see this thing coming back down. And of course, here you go, boom, all the way back down. And we've been covering SNDL since this drop, we've covered SNDL since this bounce, and this bounce, since the earnings. Okay, I've covered SNDL extensively in this channel, so much so that this is probably one of my last SNDL videos, and I probably won't make another one unless SNDL cracks underneath a dollar here soon. Okay, so now, we said that SNDL, if it cracked underneath 50-day moving average, you know, we can watch that 50-day to maybe act as an area of resistance. All right, the 50-day moving average is very important. So was that $130 level. Okay, you can see 130 being past resistance here, support here, support here, support here, and support here. And now you've seen SNDL have resistance at that 130 level, here, and now we're underneath that 50-day moving average, and that 50-day moving average is acting as an area of resistance on the chart. We'll zoom in a little bit there. So now with these levels in mind, what is the bearish case and the bullish case for SNDL? Well, now the bullish case on SNDL is if they come out with some sort of exciting news, some sort of fundamental catalyst that can send the stock up and maybe have a little pop, the first thing they need to do is get up over this 50-day moving average and hold it as support. If so, then you have 150 potential. Okay, if 150 breaks with strong volume, then at that point, this 175 level is next on the docket, right? You have previous pivot here, previous close over here, a little bit of a pivot in here, 177. So that level, that 175 level is crucial, because if you can get through that 175 level, then you do have a real shot at making it to $2. But this is a huge feat for SNDL. This float is absolutely gargantuan. It's huge, all right? It's gonna need some major press release, right? Some major fundamental catalyst to send it up towards those levels, because it's going to need huge volume. And we're talking about billion share days. It's going to need that in order to get up there. Now, that's the bullish case on SNDL, and I don't see it getting past $2 anytime soon. Now, the bearish case on SNDL, well, that one, my friends, it's bloody. It's bloody, because if this 50-day begins to hold resistance and even starts to curl on downwards over the next few weeks, you could see SNDL obviously crack a dollar. I think that's imminent. At least in my opinion, I think that's imminent. And then you have SNDL coming down here to this 100-day moving average. This 100-day moving average currently sits in the 80s. I think by then it might be a little bit lower. You could see SNDL come back down here to 80 cents, all the way down to more than likely 70 cents. That 200-day moving average. I think it's very possible, guys. I think it's very, very possible, unless it comes down here to that dollar range, that 100-day moving, 100-day moving average range, and the company comes out with a major knock your socks off type press release. If that were to happen, then at that point, maybe you don't get all the way down there to the 200-day moving average. But I see SNDL as basically dead in the water. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing close at $1.10 today, maybe even a little bit less, depending on how it shows up. I mean, if you look at the level 2, you see a ton of bid support here at $1.10 area, ton of bid support, and then you see a lot of selling pressure here. I mean, look at this, 793,000 shares at $1.14. I would not want to touch SNDL, but that's just my opinion. And look, I know some people in the comments
be like, oh, you're just spreading fear so you can get it cheaper.
Dude, I don't want to get it cheaper. This thing can go to 50 cents. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I don't care. I don't want SNDL. I think I don't see any value in SNDL. At least not within the next, I don't know, 8 months, 12 months. I don't see it. I think this company is trash, honestly. Honestly speaking, that's my opinion on the company itself. Now, I don't really care about the company when it comes to trading. I'll trade it all day long. I just don't think it's investable. So my levels are based off of trading levels. And those are the trading levels that I see, right? Those are the trading levels I see. Now, if it doesn't hold the 200-day moving average, how low can it go? It sounds like you're playing a game there. All the way down here to underneath 50 cents. 50 cents would be a very strong support line that you could see a strong bounce off of, and if eventually it cracks it, it could be a very strong resistance line. I honestly think that there's a lot more bearish potential on SNDL than there is bullish at this point in time. Now, it's got to obviously crack a 100-day moving average and 200-day moving average for it to really get wrecked, but I think it has more potential to see that happen versus being at $2 or $3 anytime soon. All right, so those are the levels that I think are important to watch on SNDL. You gotta watch that dollar level. Okay, if that dollar level cracks, you gotta watch the 90-cent level, which coincides with this previous top back here. Some bottoms in here. Okay, you can see these bottoms to the right, and that 100-day moving average. I would expect a little bounce to occur around that level. Could bounce 90, 88 cents to $1. $1.03, maybe $1.05, and then maybe it finally rejects and comes all the way down here to the 200-day moving average, which should potentially act as a strong area of support for some time. And this one right now is in the 60s. Okay, and those are the levels to watch on this, in my opinion. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. Drop them in the comment section below. Let me know your opinions on the levels to watch on SNDL, or maybe you know of some potential news catalyst that's going to come up soon, and we can monitor that, because it's going to need a very strong fundamental news catalyst to send this thing back to $2. All right, let me know what your thoughts are or what you're hearing in the comment section below. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you'll learn when I upload my next video, and I'll catch you on the next one.